and my heart was beating fast. I began to lose control. I began to lose control. I didn't mean to hurt you, and I'm sorry, made you cry. I didn't want to hurt you, and I'm just a jealous guy. And I was feeling insecure. You might not want me anymore. And I was shivering inside. And I was shivering inside. And I didn't mean to hurt you, and I'm sorry, made you cry. And I didn't want to hurt you, 'cause I'm just a jealous guy. And I didn't mean to hurt you, and I'm sorry, I made you cry. I didn't want to hurt you. I'm just a jealous guy. I'm just a jealous guy. It took me 21 years to make any sense out of my life, or to even be able to look at myself without any disgust or loath. The only feelings I could associate myself with back as a kid. I did not fit in at school, and I had a lot of trouble getting accustomed to the people who believed me, which acted as a catalyst in the onset of my 6-year-long battle with depression and self-hatred. Honestly, I wouldn't even call it 6 years. It felt like an everlasting presence that was slowly eating up my insides. And everything I did, or happened to me, or was happening with me, only added to how I felt. And that made the 14-year-old me turn to something really damaging. It made me do something really bad to myself. The first time I did it, I knew that I was going to come back to it many more times in my life. And I did return to it when I realized that it delivered immense pleasure. And very soon, I'd completely surrendered to self-harm. Of course, like any other kid, I wanted to fight back and stand up for myself. But how could I? How could I when I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror? Because every time I did that, I saw this person who hated himself so much that all he wanted was to die. The first cut took away all the hurt that was inside. So I did it again and again, because I'd realized that one pain killed another. The worst thing about depression is you don't know which one of your friends or relatives are battling it. It's really easy to craft a smile, look a certain way, act a certain way, smile. But it's very difficult to express how you feel, to talk about what's eating you from inside. I've always wanted to be a performer. So back in school, I enrolled myself in music, dance, and theater. It was pretty evident that music was the only constant in my life, that it was the only thing that could not be taken away from me. When I graduated high school, I thought that my trauma had finally subsided. and it was clear to me that I wanted to be a musician. In my freshman year, when I was 18 years old, I started working with a lot of musicians and managers who were trying to mold me and shape me, trying to present myself in a certain way. For 2 years, I was doing mediocre shows for people who just did not understood the kind of music that I did. I remember once I was in Delhi and I was performing, and just 2 hours before my concert, during the sound check, the owner of the venue just canceled my gig because he didn't like my voice. He said it was too loud. Nothing I did seemed to work out. But at the back of my head, there was this voice that wanted to be heard. The more rejections I received, the louder it got. I knew I wasn't going to give up. Not because I wanted to prove anything to anyone, even to myself. I was not willing to give up because I wanted to be the person that I needed when I was younger. And I believed in living my life the way I wanted to. At the age of 19, I was collaborating with some amazing musicians in Delhi and Bombay, and I was doing multiple sold-out shows in a month. But there was obviously a roadblock because I wasn't going anywhere with my music. And slowly, college had started taking its toll on me as well. And very soon, my depression sprung back up, leaving me wanting to die yet again. With every rejection, I kept sinking deeper and deeper. It all contributed substantially to what was building up inside me, ready to explode. The only way to end this, I thought, was to end myself. And by now, I had become a very dangerous person for myself. I made several attempts, drinking, overdosing, and a lot of other things, and then doing it all over again, a cycle that never ends. I was crazy, but I knew that I was finally going to die. And it was 2017 when I had given up all hopes, when I received this unexpected phone call that I was going to represent India on Asia's Got Talent. And that flipped my life upside down. And I knew I had to get out of where I was, and I decided to appear on the show. And meeting all those wonderful people and musicians it took me back in time, when I was able to find complete solace in music. And then something unexpected happened again. My idol, David Foster, he came up on the stage and he offered to play the piano for me. And that made me fall in love with music all over again. After that, I did TV for 1 more year, appeared on more TV shows, did more TEDx talks. The one thing that I learned from this experience is, and I think this is something I've overlooked a lot, and this is something we all seem to overlook in our lives, that there is no love in this world that is stronger and more passionate than the love you can have for yourself. And when I learned to be kinder to myself, I also became more compassionate, tolerant, and open to other people. I never imagined that my voice could bring about a change within myself, but I wouldn't have done it any other way. 4 years ago, I was a miserable young boy. But if I can do it, there's no one who's going to stop you. Thank you.